Adam, also apart from these two huge creatures, every character, the actors that I interviewed, all of them have such a significant role, the girls, the boys. How does one as a maker manage to, look so deeply into every character sketch and they all seem so happy with it?
Yeah, no, it's interesting because there is a lot to juggle in this movie, but I think part of what kind of helped clarify how to approach all the characters is that, there's two sort of intersecting storylines in the movie, and the characters are kind of divided up into that. And I always looked at it as there's Team Godzilla, which is kind of headed by Millie Bobby Brown and Brian Tyree Henry. And then you have Team Kong, which is Alexander Skarsgård and Rebecca Hall. And, so I always thought of the human characters in terms of their association with the monsters and how they kind of related to them. And I think it's important in a movie like this because people are really coming for these monsters. And so the humans, the way that they're really going to be engaging is how they relate themselves to the monsters. And so that also just helped me be able to kind of like give a focus towards them and everything.
Right, and both of them have have their own fan base. You made sure you keep both the fans happy.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, sorry, my cat's like running through. This is the thing about doing these things at home, Yeah, I mean, I have a real affiliation or affinity for Godzilla and Kong, so like I never was able to allow myself to, or I didn't want to allow myself to pick sides necessarily because I like them both in different ways, and I have different associations with them when I was younger as well. I mean, in different periods of my life, I probably like one more than the other, and it's kind of like changed through the years. So, it was always trying to think about the movie as a director in terms of the way the audience is going to perceive it, because some people are going to be coming in there as Kong fans and some people are going to be Godzilla. And you have to make sure that, while there is going to be one winner, that both sides feels like that the movie really gave each character, their moments and appreciated them, appropriately.
Right. And somewhere there's a beautiful message that, whenever power is in human hands, humans want to be on top of this power chain, there will be destruction.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think that's like one of the main messages is kind of like, we're kind of causing all the problems here within nature. And nature is like, it's going to sort itself out, but it's things are going to be a lot harder if we get in the way and try to meddle into that, And these movies always kind of have sort of an interesting ecological message one way or the other. And, so like that's just kind of carrying over the tradition that these movies have.
Right. And also somewhere there's a lot of love and affection, say Rebecca's character, somewhere there's a dilemma whether she should let Kong go or not. You played that very well. How were the actors reacting to all that?
It's one of those things because like they're always reacting like, in a physical sense to like absolutely nothing on set. It's like sometimes you have previs that they can look at, but by and large, it's like the actors have to use their own imagination in terms of how they're really approaching, these 300-foot tall monsters, especially Kong. And they're just amazing. I mean, like that's the thing about, great acting is that you can stick them in front of a green screen and they can put themselves there. And it's really kind of a magical thing.
Right. And I've never enjoyed, a city destruction that much. So very good choice with Hong Kong.
Oh, thank you. Well, that was one of my first things that first images in my head for this movie is that I really wanted to see Godzilla and King Kong in a very futuristic neon lit city and very colorful and with, some electronic music playing and those kind of things. So that was a really exciting part, for me to be able to get into and realize. And, and it looks so great in like all the marketing materials. I'm so pleased to see that's some of the main imagery that's coming through.
Great. Adam, thank you so much for entertaining us.
Thank you.